Divecom dominated Stage 3 of the Overwatch League. Boston Uprising went undefeated in Stage 3 until the Stage 3 finals where they lost to the NYXL. But how did they do it? Hey guys, it's Jim Basco with the Leaderboard Esports, and this is What the Casters Missed, Episode 8. Alright, so we're going to be heading into the match between the LA Gladiators and the Boston Uprising here on Ilios Ruins. You know, you can see the map in the bottom right corner there. It's pretty handy-dandy. I have that little picture-in-picture. But before we head into the clip, what I want you guys to look at, once again, are the comps that both of you guys are running, right? So since it's ruins, since there's a lot of high ground, if you're familiar with the map, you know it's one of the best Widow maps. There's lots of long lines of sight. I'm illustrating it poorly on the map in the bottom right, but yeah, that being said, you know, Los Angeles Gladiators, they're going to have Surefour on Widowmaker. Boston Uprising, they're going to be running Mistakes on Widowmaker. Everybody else is playing a normal dive comp, meaning Winston, d.va, Tracer, Mercy, and Zenyatta. And that's going to be the same story on the Boston Uprising. That being said, you know, once again, I'm going to let the clip play out, and you guys try to figure out what I'm going to be talking about, and then I will walk you through it, like I always do.
When it's all said and done for the Gladiators, it's Fisher getting pounded by Mistakes. A lot of pressure from the Boston Widow to try and shut down arguably the centerpiece of the Gladiators lineup. Their star player in Fisher. Keep him low. He can't play as aggressive. You see Fish jumps in over the top there. That goes down. This time Mistakes finally wins out the battle against Surefour. Surely a good omen for the Boston Uprising in this fight with Bishu now removed. Surefour returned to the fray with his striker. That pulse bomb is going to be very important. Fisher might have his name on it right now, but Fisher didn't get away. Mistakes hit him in the head. Fisher didn't turn away, he didn't do a butt dive, and so he copped a full damage headshot from Mistakes, and that's a huge pulse bomb! Striker can't ask for any more than that!
So we're super good stick on to Big Goose and Surefour by Striker, but that wasn't the point of the play. It's more, how did the Boston Uprising set themselves up for victory during that fight? So if you take a look at the screen here, this is like pre-clipped, right? Look at the way the Boston Uprising have set up on this point. So if you look at the picture-in-picture, it is very, very, very useful in this scenario. Mistakes is set up in the back, right? He is just this pillar of information. He is all-seeing, all-knowing. Mistakes is God, basically. The rest of his team, however, is playing on the point. Neko and Kelix, they're playing very reserved in the backline. They're playing in the structure here, and this is this structure on the left side. They're in this room, so they're safe from the enemy Widow. Surefour is not going to be able to shoot him while he's inside. That just doesn't happen. In the meantime, Striker is pushed up on this high ground as well, and he's applying pressure down onto the enemy team, keeping them inside this area. What this allows Mistakes to do is chip at them if they decide to push, yet retreat. Also, it makes it so that the Los Angeles Gladiators, if they want to take a fight to the Boston Uprising, they're going to have to come to the point. What does that mean for the Boston Uprising? At that point, they can counter dive them and they'll have the advantage. How does that work out? Look, a lot of circles, a lot of lines on the screen. I'll show you how it all breaks down in real time. Here we go. Play. There we go. Okay, so Striker, he's going to be backing up. He stays on the point. He does damage. He gets healed when he needs to, and this is huge. He stays on the point with the tanks. There it is. Look. Both the tanks with him, Striker, staying here, they're connected. This is like they're playing point defense. This is what you need to do as a dive comp. You want to counter dive the enemy supports. The like priority list for diving is usually you want to go for Mercy or Zenyatta, either one of the supports, then start with the tanks, then get the DPS. If one of them makes themselves available to you though, go for it. You're like, go for it. Striker, Bishu. Bishu makes the mistake here. Look, if you watched just a second ago, 636, this is Winston. This is Fisher. Bishu is the d.va right there. And those are both on the LA Gladiators. Fisher jumps. He goes for the dive onto the supports. The supports, if you remember, are back up on that bridge that's way back and to the right, up on the high ground. Instead of following him and providing cover for their supports, Striker, Note, and Gamsu dive immediately onto Bishu because he made himself exposed. If they're able to get that tank right there and then, that is absolutely huge, and that's exactly what happens. Bishu gets instantly demeched, and at this point, Asher gets the pick onto Neko, and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to be doing, diving the support, but what has more value here, right? You need to be on a control point. Tanks enable you to create space and stay on the point. Without a tank, you're not going to cap the point. Like, sorry to say. Here it is, and then Striker, once again, puts some damage down onto Fisher. Prioritizes getting the baby D.Va first, finds Asher. Asher gets recalled and gets on out of there, so Striker's not going to pay him any more mind. Striker, once again, healed up, puts some more pressure down onto Fisher here. Striker could go chase him all the way down to help Mistakes out, but puts some pressure down. Mistakes follows up with the kill, but Striker still restrains himself, turns around, and stays on the point instead. That's absolutely huge. And then Striker after that, like, look, both their tanks are down on the Los Angeles Gladiators, right? Bijou just spawned. He's not going to be a threat. Fisher's gone. Surefour is so low. Asher has no recall. He's not going to be a threat either. Shaz is dead. Like, Boston Uprising could do anything at this point, but it was because of their methodical defense that they were able to create these openings and just pry apart the LA Gladiators. They end up taking Ilios 2-0, and they end up winning this series 3-0 against the LA Gladiators. Boston is ridiculous, and they've come a long way from Stage 1. Stage 4 is definitely going to be interesting. That is all for this week, guys. Leave a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to become part of our notification squad to find out when we're going to be uploading our videos. It's going to be at least 3 times a week, so if you love content about Overwatch, League of Legends, or esports in general, you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled. My name is Jim Basco with Leaderboard Esports. Catch you guys next time.